And here we go. Welcome everybody to Success Zone, Monday morning edition. Monday what is it? It is the 27th of August. I hope and trust you all had a great weekend. And I know this is a neutral ground because a lot of people here are maybe in a different company. But obviously we all do the same thing. And, one of the things that we do is get around people. So we just came off, for us, an incredible event at my house that we had over 70 people on Thursday night. We had a great party on Friday. We had a core group meeting. And, the message I want to send to all of you is when you could put together a group of people that have the same vision and the same direction, good things happen. Good things happen. You have the camaraderie, right? You got the synergy, you build relationships. And what comes from that when people go back to their hometowns is something that creates momentum. Everything in our business is about momentum creating. And when you can do that and you get people excited, because here's the thing, and I say this almost every day when I do a training, that these go off every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. The key to the business is to let people know they're not the only ones that maybe go through struggles, right? A lot of people think it's only me. And the reason that is because this is a home-based business, right? You're not coming to an office every day and talking and venting your frustrations with your coworkers, right? And that's so valuable. Over here, the only person you talk to a lot of the times is yourself, right? And when you're sitting there with yourself, now you have your pity pat party. But when you get around a group of people, that creates the energy and the excitement. And so we had a great weekend, and I do believe what's going to come out of this weekend is going to be very exciting for everybody in the industry. And people say, well, why? Why would that affect me? Because we're all in this and we're all doing the same thing. I am a proponent for the industry of network marketing. If it's being done correctly, right, and the leadership is stable, okay, I will wave whatever flag I have to wave. Because at the end of the day, we all do the same thing. And as you go out there and do these things, there's many pitfalls, many different pitfalls, or you could call them landmines, that a lot of you will hit on your journey to success. And I'm going to stress that. A lot of you will hit. Scratch that. All of you will hit a landmine. And it's not whether or not you're going to hit one. It's how you respond after you're blown up. Because I promise you, okay, this is like a war zone, right? And there's people that place these landmines. And if you hit one, there goes a leg. There goes an arm, right? Some of us been blown up so much, we're like walking stumps, okay? That's me and Lisa, okay? We just walk, we just hobble around. Okay, we've lost our legs, we've lost our arms, okay, but it doesn't make a difference. It doesn't make a difference because I've learned how to regenerate, right, and grow new limbs. And that's what you're going to have to learn. But some people, they hit a landmine, they go, oh my gosh, this is horrible. This is a sign to quit. No, it's a sign to keep going. It's a sign to quit if you keep hitting the landmine. Can you imagine? Larry, don't stand there. Don't step there, Larry. You're going to get blown up. And Larry keeps stepping on the landmine. Well, now Larry's insane. Now I got to commit Larry into a padded cell because I've told him 10 times not to hit the landmine, and he keeps stepping on it. See, this is self-correction. So what I want everybody to understand in this business, okay, is this. You go out, we talk to people. And I promise you, everybody you talk to who shows this much interest, you're going to believe they have unbelievable potential. And you should. You should always give the benefit of the doubt. Right? You can't tell somebody who says, I have desire, that they don't. But you don't get caught up in it. Okay, you don't get caught up because you talk to people all the time. And just because someone shows a little bit of interest, they're going to be the greatest thing since sliced bread. Oh my gosh, you got to understand, this person knows everybody. How many times you guys heard that in your career? They know everybody. And if we could get this person, okay, no, see, you got to stay even. Let me tell you my logic. I think all of you on this call have tremendous potential. But can I pay bills? Can I pay my bills with your potential? No. No. I'm glad you made the decision. I'm glad you're taking the journey. But the only way I know to really find out what I got is for you all to take action. I got tremendous potential. I've been told since I'm in 3rd grade, you have leadership skills. I could show you my report cards where it would say, Jeff has leadership skills, but he never shuts up in class. And he's a class clown, okay? And if he ever applied himself, I'll show you the report cards from 3rd and 4th grade. He could do great things. In other words, okay, I could see it within you, but unless you take action and work on your faults, you're never going to realize your potential. Do you guys remember, or am I aging myself, where your teacher used to write notes in the back of your report card? Okay, I remember that. But it wasn't, even over here, my first mentor said, you got potential, but Jeff, you're still broke. You got your wife doing all the work. You got your wife holding together your business, and you, with all this potential, have yet to take action. That was a real conversation. Well, why is that? No belief. No belief. I believed, Lisa believed, but I didn't believe that I can do it. Why? Because it was new. And I had a tough time dealing with my fear and doubt until I finally bought in and took some action and got a result. And as soon as I got any type of result, I said, you know what? I'm the man. I'm really, really good. See, it's amazing how you get under your own ether. Okay, but in the beginning, a lot of you, okay, I believe in you, that you have potential, everybody on this call. But how many people are taking consistent action on a daily basis? Right, to build your belief. And I've tried to build your belief every morning. Every time we do one of these calls, I'm trying to say, you gotta find something you believe in. Is it your product? Is it your compensation plan? Is it your company leadership? But you know who you eventually have to believe in? There it is, the biggest word on the screen. You. You could buy into Jeff all day long, but that's not gonna pay your bills either. Man, I love Success Zone. It really gets me going. Okay, great. Well, what happens when Success Zone is shut down? Like on Tuesday. Now what? It's you. And let me share with you one thing before I move on. Result. Any result. Any result that comes from you taking action is an unbelievable result. It should grow your belief. Good or bad. This is what you got to buy into. So let's talk about it. Okay, what are some of these deadly pitfalls? Every single one of you, whatever company you represent, I promise you your company has a system that you're supposed to follow. And I promise you that system is going to require you to open up your contact base. So you can introduce whatever company's products to your contact base. Duh. And that your company wants your people to buy their product. And so your product has a story, right? It's going to make you lose weight. It's going to give you more energy. It's going to let you check your vitals. Okay, whatever it is. But you got to lead your company's products to people, because the only way you all make money is a product has to be purchased for a commission to be paid. Okay, so it's called recruitment. Recruitment to get people to buy your product. That's our business. Recruitment for people to get involved in your opportunity. So one of the first pitfalls, as crazy as this may sound, is this. A lot of people look to reinvent the wheel. Well, I don't know. My company has a 5-step program. If we could just make it 4 steps, I think we'd be more successful. Or they'll create 2 more steps. See, the first bit of belief is you have to understand. It would be a dumb business plan for your company to give you something that doesn't work. Can you imagine? Let's teach everybody that comes into this organization a 3-step program, knowing it doesn't work. Reinventing the wheel is a major landmine a lot of people will fall into. Instead of listening, they think they know everything. Maybe they came to us with some prior experience. Maybe they're bringing whatever experience they've had and whatever job they've been in over here. They think they know everything. And they're going to try to produce a new scheme or a new system. Reinventing the wheel. And all that does is waste time and energy, and it helps you justify that this is hard because you're overcomplicating the business. You talk about the #1 battle I always have had, okay? In a lot of instances, is my favorite word is simplicity. You got to keep it simple. Right, I'll be honest with you right now, right, we deal with a lot of doctors. So one of the battles I've had is everybody's telling me how doctors are different and how you got to speak to doctors differently and you got to use big words, okay? And I'm saying, no, I don't. I'm going to keep it simple with a doctor as I would keep it simple with any. Who wants complicated? Let's get involved in this complicated business that you can never duplicate, so you can never make residual income. No. See, I talk to a physician like I talk to a stay-at-home mom. I'll talk to a physician like see, we talk about physicians like they're I don't know who. There's no difference between me and a physician. Okay? I'm just using that as an example because we put them on a pedestal. Okay? Now, I will respect them, okay, but how many physicians are broke? So I'm going to talk the same language. I'm not going to overcomplicate it. They've been there, done that. And if you overcomplicate this, they're going to think, well, I can't do it because it's too hard and I don't have the time to learn something again. See, sometimes we self-sabotage. You could do that with your product. You're overcomplicating it. You're trying to make people product experts and impress them with your knowledge. Does your company's program say become a product expert? Recite ingredients? Diagnose the comp plan? No. No, it says sample the product. Get people results. And let me tell you why people reinvent the wheel. It's an excuse not to take action. If you're creating a new scheme and you're creating a new system and you're overcomplicating the business and you're not listening to what's being told to you, then guess what? You don't have to talk to people because you're getting ready to get ready. Now listen, here's what I want you to do today. Every time you see a pitfall, look at yourself and go, am I in this one? If it's no, if this doesn't apply to some of you, then as a good leader, you're looking to identify people in your organization because you're working so closely with them that maybe they're there. Why? So you could get them out of the landmine. And that's a whole different training. Right? That's a whole different training. But you want to identify first and foremost, we got to get you all right. And if all of you grade 8 out of 8 that you're perfect, okay, then start to identify people that maybe aren't as perfect as all of you. Ha ha, laugh, laugh, right? Okay, so that's number one. Reinventing the wheel. If you're in this one, it's an excuse not to go out there and do and take action. Number two, inconsistency. Do you understand this is not Jeff's training? I got to put this in all of your brains. This has been around since the dawn of network marketing. This has been around since people started taking action in any new venture, in any new sport. Can you imagine? I'm going to become a professional athlete and I'm going to practice every once in a while. So this is not like, oh my gosh, this is just what are the keys to success? And for the people that stopped their journey, what stopped them? Inconsistency. I'm excited one day, I'm not the next. Watch this. 3 days of events at my home. 3 days. Totally exciting. Great parties, great food, great information around the leaders. And you got a group of people going back to their hometowns that are on fire. But then Tuesday comes around. And now they've left the party. They've left the dance floor. Okay, that's an inside joke because I never left the dance floor on Saturday. And it was a 4-shirt dance party. Okay, which means I had to change shirts 4 times. That's how much I was sweating. Okay, anyway, they leave the dance floor. They leave the good food. They leave the camaraderie and the action, and they go home. And here comes inconsistency. How long do you stay excited, all of you? How long can you stay excited? Well, this goes back to your why. So inconsistency, hot and cold. You dabble rather than commit. Because if I dabble and I get a bad result, I could always use that as an excuse that I really haven't committed yet, so then I'm not going to beat myself up. But if you go all in and you don't start to see the results now, who are you going to look at? See, if you're dabbling, you could point fingers. When you finally commit, you can't point a finger because when you point a finger, there's 3 more looking back at you. You guys know that saying, right? When you point, look at 3 are looking back at you. You can't hide that. Inconsistency is a killer. Excited one day, 1 week, 1 month, because you have no consistent schedule or plan. Right? Because it's not real in your mind. If it works, it works. I'm going to get involved. I'm going to bring a group of people. If it works, it works. No. You know what a commitment is? Digging it out. That's a commitment. I'm in it to be in it, to win it. And I'm here to walk people through, the ones that want to take the journey with me. That's how you build an organization. Not just sponsoring people, throwing them against the wall and see who sticks. It's not how you build a team. Think about the message you send to your group and people that are watching. So let me ask all of you. This is a mirror training. What message do you send to your group every day? By your actions. Is it one of perseverance or is it one of inconsistency? So once again, are you here? Have you ever been inconsistent? Change it. How? Have a schedule. Not going to go into that training. Okay, and commit to your schedule. Figure it out. That's how you get out of inconsistency. Figure it out. Well, what do I have to figure out, Jeff? Follow your company's systems. Just do it. So, some of the things that help you with this, okay? What is your level of commitment? You want to get out of inconsistency? What is your level of commitment? You determine this. Jeff can't determine this for you. Only you could determine this. And whatever your commitment is, clear your calendar. You want to take baby steps? Start with 2 weeks. Sacrifice 2 weeks. Tell your family you're committing. Eliminate your distractions. If you happen to have an existing group, don't let them distract you. Fresh list of prospects. Start sharpening your inviting skills. Inviting to what? Whatever you create. I could invite to a Zoom meeting, right? I'm starting over and I'm going to invite to an initial Zoom meeting. I'm going to call my upline, have them do a call, and I'm going to get momentum back. I'm going to have a party at my house. I'm going to get some people there. We're going to do a little presentation. I got to create it. I have to make it happen. I know it's the hard part, guys, but it's only hard until you do it. Now, let's say you did it and only 3 people showed up. So what? It's 3 more than you had. And then it builds your belief. But you got to determine, if you want to get out of inconsistency, what is your level of commitment here in the company you've chosen? And without a calendar, it's hard to commit to anything. Schedule for success. Okay, so if you've made your commitment and you're working full time, what's your plan? When are you going to make calls? Drive time, break time, lunch time, evening hours, weekend hours. Only time I know. You're in the car, you're driving to your job. Okay, there's some time. There's time you could capture. At my break, instead of just sitting around doing nothing, right? There's more time there. Lunchtime. I could eat a burger, right, and make some calls. Evening hours. Well, I'm tired. Well, you can't be tired. You have a mission. Weekend hours. I mean, how many people have 2 jobs? They have 2 things that are going to keep them broke. 2 things that they put their time and energy into. And they'll work weekends, right, for minimum wage, but when you tell them to work weekends for their potential wealth, oh, I don't have any time. You got to find the time. Here's how you find it. I'm scheduling this for you. Okay, number 3, take rejection personally. We've talked about this a lot. Okay, now, if you fall into this one, this stops any type of action because it will emotionally cripple you. I promise you that. It'll make you lose your nerve, and then here comes doubt. When you start doubting yourself based on some actions you've taken, you're almost out. I always tell people, normally you have a 30, 60, 90, 120-day lifespan. But if you fall into this one, rejection will devastate you, stop you in your tracks. No one person's decision should affect your journey, ever. People throw rejection at you, right, just to see if you have your coat of armor on. They're testing you. This business is it's all about a series of no's. You want to make a lot of money? Here, no, 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 to get a yes. Once you get the yes, do you think you remember the no's? Do you think we've had more no's or yeses? Come on, really? Come on. Most of the people, the guests, most people said no. Even though I had the CEO here, the managing partners, Lisa and I, even though we had all the big guns here, majority of the people that came that were guests said no. But didn't matter because I got 15 yeses. Who cares? But what do we focus on? Human nature, the people that said no. Oh my gosh, so I go, wait a minute, why are we talking about the people that said no? You got 15 yeses in front of you. So it's amazing how people self-sabotage. It's human nature. So I know I don't even have to ask the question. I know rejection has affected all of you on this call. You don't got to look for any further on this one. So this is why now you go, okay, now I remember this training. I just been rejected. So what? Next. But you got to have a next to go to, right? What does that mean? Another event. More people to talk to. That's the business. Number 4, justify inactivity. Start defending bad results. All the reasons why this doesn't work. Right? You're justifying it. Poor planning, bad priorities, time wasters. You're busy being busy. You ever meet somebody that? They're always busy. They're busy being busy, going broke. Just remember, if you want your efforts duplicated, you better make sure they're worth duplicating. If everybody did what you did last week, last month, how much money would you have earned? Okay? This is not a beat up session, guys. It's a reality session. And what I try to do is keep shaking you till you either quit or make a decision to do. That's what I like to do. 2 choices, quit or keep going. And if you decide to keep going with the right attitude. Don't just hang out. If you want to hang out, just use your company's product. But don't try to pretend to yourself you're doing it. If you're justifying inactivity, come on. So what are the things you have to do? Okay? Now, I'm not going to go through this. This is a whole nother training. Okay? But these are critical activities that if you commit to them, they will pay off. Starting with your activity of accountability. That's your schedule. Knowing the features of your product, the features of it. Not becoming a product expert. Never stop sponsoring. Always looking for new people. Staying committed with a good reading and listening library. How many times a day are you going to show the plan? When's the last time you showed the plan to somebody that was sitting next to you and you were actually going through the slide presentation? Edification of your leadership. Seek mentorship. Not mentorship thinking that's going to be the answer. A mentor holds you accountable to somebody who's committed to the critical activities. A mentor that wants nothing to do with somebody who doesn't commit to the activities. Because a mentor cannot make you successful. Doesn't happen. They could only pull out of the individual someone who has a commitment level. I need a mentor. Why? Why? To babysit? Mentors are not meant to babysit. Mentors are made, right, to get the most out of you once the commitment is made. Don't expect a mentor unless you have a commitment. Promote tools and events. See, these are money-making activities. And if your schedule has anything less than this on it, okay, then you're justifying inactivity. So, fill your funnel. What's your job? Contacting, inviting, presenting. 100% all in. This is your job. Make friends with your phone. Have your tools ready. What are your tools that the company's provided for you? Normally it's a video. Scheduling one-on-ones, two-on-ones, right? Coffee, at lunch. Zoom meetings, recorded and live events, social media, launch webinars, all the ways to fill your funnel. I showed you on Friday all the networking events. I know there's all kinds of excuses. Okay, we all, I get it. So you could be the one that hangs on to those, or you could be the one that perseveres through them. Number 5, how many of you have ever listened to a dream stealer? They're around us. Sometimes it's the person closest to you, like the one you're sleeping next to every morning. Hello. It's true. I was that person for Lisa. I would just whisper to her at night, don't do it. Come on, baby, get the money back. It's not going to work. I try to plant those seeds. I was the biggest negative person for my wife. I was the biggest dream. It's usually the people closest to you. And it took a big person, Lisa, to drown that out. Because they're there to make you doubt your opportunity. What do you mean you're still doing it? You've been doing this now 5 weeks. What have you made? You've made no money. You're living a pipe dream. This isn't going to work. That takes a toll on you. If you don't have the desire, if you don't have your why, they'll make you question the beliefs you thought you had. Stop listening to that guy on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Why would you listen to him? You got to get back to your reality, honey. We're broke. You should get a second job, not chase this pipe dream. Hello, right? Anybody, is this hitting anybody between the eyes? They're making you doubt yourself. But here's what you got to understand about a dream stealer. Or anybody that would voice such venom. Voice such venom. The loudest critics are usually the ones angry and frustrated about their own lives. Tell me if you don't think that's true. Come on. I would always say, where is this coming from? Well, I know where it's coming from because I usually know the person that's my largest critic and where they are in their own life. I don't take it personally. I told you this story. I had a person start criticizing things me and Lisa were doing. And I'm looking at that person going, wait a minute, now I know where this is coming from. Now, that wasn't a dream stealer, but people come at you different ways. Usually it's because they're not happy with themselves. So don't let them affect you. Just go, oh, okay, here's a dream stealer in front of me. I'm just going to nod. And I'm going to get away from this person as fast as possible. Now, what if it is the person that you sleep next to? Okay, just show them your commitment. That's all Lisa did. She showed me the commitment. She goes, okay, I'm in this now, not about the money. It's about to prove Jeff wrong. That was her motivation force. Proving me wrong was more important than making money. Well, obviously, to prove me wrong, she had to make money, right? So that's what drove her, knowing I was wishing she would fail. Is that not sad? I was wishing she would fail so I could be right. Sad, but true. Don't listen to the dream stealers. Just make sure the dream stealers know what you're involved in. That's all. This is what you're involved in, all of you. So how can you be critical of really showing people how to own their own business, how to make some extra money, how to advance, how to have residual income, how to leverage a system? I mean, this is what you need to show people. You got to show people the world of opportunity that you have. They've never seen this. The owner of our company was totally taken aback. He's never seen this world. He's technology dude. He's got this great idea with the product that we're bringing to the market that I've embraced, but he hasn't seen this world. He got his first real taste of it these last 3 days. He can't talk. He goes, I just never seen so many motivated people in my life. People giving me their effort, their energy into a dream that I had. He goes, I felt like a rock star. People wanted to take pictures with me. He's never experienced that. And I said, you know why, Matt? It's his name. I said, because we've showed them a different world. One they've never seen before. One that gives them hope and dream. What's wrong with that? He goes, I've never seen it. Yeah, all you've seen is what? The group of people you have hired and you tell them what to do. You don't sit down in your boardroom and say, hey guys, let me show everybody here how to own their own business. Let me show everybody here how to become financially independent. You've never done that, but see, that's what I do. And if you could reach one person that believes it and goes out there and does it, they could affect millions of people. We've touched hundreds of thousands, if not millions of people's lives. What's that worth? But the first life you have to touch is your own. And you got to buy into this. This is what you're offering people. I don't care what company you're with. Okay? This is what you're really offering. Number 6, become a crybaby. This is what I know someone's almost out. Because every time they call, there's endless complaints. Emotional demands. Everything out of their mouth is a problem. Always talking about the problems. And on top of it, they don't produce, they don't take direction. So now you got somebody who doesn't produce and they're a big thorn in your side. Because they don't commit, they don't honor the program. There's nothing that anybody can do for them short of working the business for them. Let me be very clear here. Don't be a crybaby. If you have a concern, voice it and maybe share a potential solution to that problem. Believe me, your upline leaders know whatever problems your company is facing. Because it's not whether or not your company is going to face a problem. Believe me. I don't care if it's a back order. I don't care if the back office is wrong or your commissions went south, right? Something happens in every company. It's easy to cry about it. Okay? Be the solution to it. No company is perfect. No leader is perfect. But there's a lot of companies that became billion-dollar stories and their first 5 years was nothing but problems. And everybody goes, how the hell did they make it? Amway had the government attacking them. The government. But they persevered through it. Today, they're a $13 billion a year company. Herbalife went through hell. They're a $5 billion company. So it's not about whether or not you're going to have problems. It's how you're going to react to them. Number 7, fearful of wrong things. Like failure. Okay, how can you be, You're gonna fail. So how could that have effect on you if you know you're going to fail? But see, I like to spin it on you. Is a no a failure? My only definition of a failure is someone who doesn't do anything or is inconsistent. That to me is failure. A no is not a failure. A person who doesn't have a plan to hear the no is a failure. Fear of change. You've already made the first step. You've made a decision. But see, change is never ending. When I signed the contract or whatever I had to sign to get my initial product, that was change. Committing to not hitting a pitfall is a change. Committing to the 10 steps to success was a change. Committing to personal development was a change. So within this initial decision of change is many other tentacles of change. And we're fearful of every time we change. Why? Because it hurts like hell. That's why. But the only thing consistent is change. Fear of the unknown. Well, how do you make the unknown? Well, I've never been to a networking event. It's unknown to me. Go do a networking event. It won't be unknown. Duh. I've never had a party. What do I do? How do I invite? Have a party and start inviting. It won't be the unknown. Matt said it today. We have a call, corporate call every morning. He said, man, I never met two people that know how to throw a party. The music was perfect where people could still have a conversation. They had the food, they had the direction, they knew how to monitor everything. I said, how do you think that happened? By doing hundreds of parties. I mean, come on. Can you imagine you just saw our first party. Nothing worked. Right? The food wasn't delivered. The PowerPoint presentation didn't work. And it was just me up there sweating because nothing went right. But you know what? That's how you correct. Fear of what others think. I'm so over that. I need you to get over it. No, you don't care what other people. The day you stop caring what other people think is the day you're on your way to wealth. Whenever someone starts a conversation with me by saying, I think. Okay, you think what? This is my attitude. Well, I think this doesn't work. I think this. I think that. I don't say this to them. In my mind, they'll go, I don't really care what you think. I'll overcome it. And I'll win the battle. Well, quite frankly, John, okay, based on where you are, okay, you've never made a change. I've made a change. And I'm glad you're giving me your thoughts. But I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do. And here's what. Then I'll show them the globe. And then that's it. I'm moving on. If you get into this one, it'll make you be willing to settle for less. How can failure have control over you if you know you're going to fail? When I say fail, you're going to get a no. So are you here? Have you been here? See, I don't have to ask. I know all of you have been in every one of these. I'm just trying to get you to address it. And number 8, premature full-time. A lot of people in network marketing get involved and they get off to maybe a decent start and they figure, wow, if I quit my job, see, most people want to get out of what they currently do really fast, believe it or not. If they could replace it or have the upside potential, got a lot of people that go premature full-time. I don't know if anybody here is at this point But if you are, contact your upline. Let them know. Because I always tell people, if you go premature full-time, there's a lot of pressure. If you lose your current situation, because you lose your previous income. And a lot of times you lose contact with the people that you're closest to, because that's who you're around. You're around more of your business colleagues than you are your family, because you're there 8, 10, 12 hours a day. Just have to understand how you deal with pressure. For me and Lisa, we do well under pressure when our back is against the wall. That's just how we're structured. We're made. Some people melt under pressure. But here's a good rule. Most people will make a decision to go full-time based on their highest month. And their highest month in the beginning is based on immediate income. In other words, your ability to recruit. So let's say you recruited enough and you made $10,000. Now you're going to say, okay, I could do that again next month. No, probably not. Your top month was based on a good recruitment month. I would never base going full-time on that. I tell people, when your residual income exceeds your full-time income 3 months in a row is when you should go full-time. You guys understand the difference, right? Residual income. So if you're making $6,000 a month in your current job, when you make $6,000 a month 3 months in a row, that shows consistency. Now you could say, okay, there's not going to be much pressure because I know residually. And now I could just focus in on what? Recruitment and building my teams. So like I said, I'm not going to spend a lot of time here. I don't think anybody is really here. And when I say full-time, it means you have to make it work. It's not like you're pulling money from, your retirement account and you're going, I'm full-time. I have to pay my bills on this. No, you don't. No, you don't. Your bills still get paid if you don't make any money in your network marketing company. That to me is a big problem. That's why I say in a lot of these trainings, find something you have to pay with your network marketing business. Start there. Hold yourself, put that kind of pressure on yourself. Don't put your family's livelihood at stake because you on a whim decided to do a network marketing company. That's just dumb. Okay? But see, let me share with you, and I'll close up with this. Hi. How come I don't see everybody? There you are. Can you see that, Larry? Residual income? You can't? Can you see it now? Okay. All right. So, the 8 deadly pitfalls. The 8 deadly pitfalls is a training that really, really hit me between the eyes because I realized I was in every one of them. And I did it. I was in every one of them because I was embarrassed of what I was doing. But what I want you to understand is really you need to buy into something that builds your belief. And I don't think anybody here, if I unmuted you, I don't think anybody here would debate the fact that at some point you stop producing income for your family, right? That could be through retirement, right? It could, whatever it is, you lose your income because how long can you keep doing what you're doing? So I don't think anybody here could deny the fact eventually you need a residual income. A lot of people have bought into the Social Security. Well, can anybody here live on Social Security and keep your same standard of living? Okay, come on. All right. So you need residual. So what is the power of this opportunity? The power of this opportunity is you have the ability to build a residual income stream based on people consistently using the product or service that your company has. So the only thing you're focused in on is to build your base, a consumer base of people using your products. But just to give an example, what's your monthly nut? Let's say you're retired and you need $5,000 a month coming in. If you had something at 5%, because usually you're more conservative, right? You're more conservative with your money. You might have something that you throw some that could produce bigger percentages. You need $1.2 million in the bank to draw $5,000 a month. You need $720,000 in the bank to draw $3,000 a month. Now, how many people do you believe in the United States of America could save 1.2 to 2.4 million? Okay. Now, how many people would it take for you and your company's compensation plan to draw what you need to make whatever it is you want out of your network marketing business? Let's say it's 5,000. Well, what are you earning? Averagely what, 10%? Okay, so how much would you need? Is $50,000 10% of that? $5,000 a month, right? Okay, so you would need an organization producing $50,000 a month of total sales every month to draw $5,000 a month. What's easier? Saving 1.2 million or to build a team of people that are buying the product or building their business? See, one person could do $50,000 a month, but you don't go after one person. You go after everybody to find a one person. They're out there. We had a full room here, people who flew in. And I know without a doubt, every one of those people that came to our event has the ability to build a $50,000 a month business. So what if I had 10 of those? I'm making $50,000 a month. So you need to show this to some people. So let me tell you why I'm doing this. It's because of residual income. It's eye-opening. And then sit down and say, listen, let me show you what my plan is here with this product. Because I know we could go out there and I could build a network of people. What if it took you 3 years? I know some of you want it a lot more, but what if it took you 3 years to earn a $5,000 a month residual income? I tell you this before, my dad worked 40 years in a machine shop. 40 years, full time, to make $1,600 a month Social Security because he had no pension. Nothing. $1,600 a month after 40 years. See, you got to put this in perspective. And once you make the commitment to eliminate the pitfalls and consistently go out there over the next 12 to 18 months, all of you on this call could put together a residual income of $5,000 to $7,000 a month. Forget the $1 million right now. Right? I want to make $1 million. Can we please make 1,000 first? Can we make 2,000 first? And I'm talking residual income. Nothing to do with people adding new people and recruitments, because you earn money there too. So anyway, I just want to end with this to really put it how most people think about residual income. I'm going to save some money and earn money off my money. Okay. How's that working for you? How's it working to put together a plan to save 2.4 million? If you are able to get 5%, because you guys know this is ridiculous to say 5%. I don't know what the banks pay, but I'm telling you, you probably need close to 10 million to draw $10,000 a month off your money at 1%, right? I don't even know if a bank pays 1%. Okay, so just do the math. This is how you get people's attention. And ask them, just ask the question, what's your plan? What's your plan? And then show them you have one. That's it. And talk to the next one. Then talk to the next one. You know how many doctors came to the presentation and I know they're trading time for dollars? And one of the questions I had with one of them after the thing, I go, how long are you going to be able to do this? See 40 patients a day. He goes, not too much longer. I go, what do you make? He said, I make about 12 to 15,000 a month. It's about right, 140, 150,000 hours a year. He goes, I live to my means. I have no savings. What's going to give? Got to do something, Doc. You got to hit them between the eyes. They got to see it. You got to shake them. No one shakes them. They just go through every day like that hamster on the wheel. So with that, guys, appreciate all of you. Everybody who came to our event, thank you. Christy, my dance partner, thank you. Okay. And my 4 shirts are standing up by themselves by the pool because they're so sweaty. Thanks, guys. Talk to you soon.